technologies work when I want them to. So bullshit. Backup programs and stuff. Well, this is some I'm gonna have to work later. Guess all those updates changed all the settings on that, so I ain't gonna work either. Okay. Let's see if this wants to cooperate again or not. I swear to God, technology, man. It's cooperating for now. Keyword is for now. Alright, fuck it. Okay. What's up, people? It's your boy Dark. We here. We alive. Technology's fighting with me as usual. But it's all good. We're here. We're doing shit. And, yeah. We're doing some counter sides. Because I didn't do it the other day. And I said, fuck it. We're doing counter side, episode 12. Gonna start on it. I don't know how far we're gonna get. I would like to get through at least Act 1. Given the time, and given what else I have to do today. Would be the minimal goal. So anyway. Wonder if we're doing a flashback again. Valkyrie roamed the world in search of a warrior to fight alongside her. We're doing a different origin story of Valkyries? Coffin of Asmodeus. Blank days since the initial operation. Corruption way from the crevice and the quaffle contamination density gradually increasing. Estimated time until critical point. 472 hours. Eula? Who the fuck is Eula? The sky bleeds crimson. It's as if it knows the end is about to unfold. Oh, this person's coming up? Interesting. Okay. So we're getting this character in too. Okay, I know the red, the quote-unquote red rich, that's the Russian's gonna pop up. I didn't know where this one popped up. That'll be interesting. See how this one goes. It's the same ordinary sunset we've always seen. But I cannot deny the red hue reminds me of our enemy. That Demon Lord's Atlas. Wasn't it the Queen of Ashes? They say that even the northern front formed by the three great powers fell in just 2 days. Yes, and it was by pure force, without any tricks or gimmicks. Are we having a flashback to the universe where Lolly Demon Lord was a thing? Holy shit. If we didn't activate the coffin, the whole continent would be buried in ash by now. But nothing has been resolved. This coffin is just a temporary measure to buy some time. That's more than enough! Thanks to it, we safely met with the antagonist and raised the wolf into a great warrior. It was Hyde who raised the wolf, not you. Do you think we can win against that monster? Commander Eula, what are you willing to risk in order to save the world? Everything. I'll give my life if it means that we can win. Excellent determination! I'm certain we'll win as long as that determination doesn't break. Do you always have to get up in my face when we talk? And that's the hunger. Let's go eat something. I admire your spirit, but we won't have the energy to fight if we don't eat. Good thinking! Here's Hyde in this universe. Each division of the administration mobilizes according to their respective roles. The orders from the command are there for responding to unexpected valuables. and battles are basically left to the discretion and active judgment of the division commander. Oh, Master? Albion? Then which division do I belong to? You don't need to be in a division, Palvion. Your role as the antagonist is to fight the Demon Lord. We'll be there with you. Can I win against the Demon Lord? I don't even know how to swing a sword like you, Master. Don't worry. You have a special talent for interfering with the Quaffle dimension. In the battle that will take place one day, you will pave the way to the Demon Lord, so that the Wolf's fangs can puncture the Demon Lord's heart. Okay. I'll try my best, Master. I told you not to call me that. I'm not your master. I have not and will not teach you swordsmanship. Swinging a sword with your weak physical constitution, you won't be able to defeat a stray cat, let alone a demon lord. Stray cats can be kind of scary. But still, I'm going to keep calling you Master. You appeared out of the blue with the administration and saved our world from corruption. So the administration's a universal thing, huh? Interesting. Above all, you taught me, this timid person who knew nothing of the world, how to use my powers for good. Do as you please. But don't be mistaken. We are merely helping you. It's entirely up to you to save this world. You must be careless with your life or give it up. Do you understand? Yeah!
This is what I'm doing. I pick the Bible up, I go to Walmart to get her this prescription. I'm going with him by the hospital to get her car. Okay?
Okay.
Then back, we're gonna shop in Walmart. Then I'm gonna come back here, and we'll go to lunch, and we'll go to Mike's, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Alright. I was wondering how that was going to affect things. Anyway, I do. Okay. I will save this world with my powers. And obviously everything went tips up because Lollylot's here. Still. Paradox. Ah, Paradox is here. So, it has finally begun. We could have used the Ark to contain the Demon Lord's power before she ever made her move. Ah, so you know me. Buying time by sacrificing the Ark or use it to attack the Demon Lord. I choose the latter. Isn't it your first time facing a Quaffle game head-on? Do you think we have a chance to win if we attack? The possibilities have always existed. And all means available under the administration, the antagonists and the wolf have all been gathered in one place. This is as hopeful as it can get. I can feel it. The Demon Lord is approaching. No matter. We must also move forward. Have you familiarized yourself with the rules? More or less. Hyde, aren't you nervous? It's a fight we have to face one day. All I'm thinking about is a way to win at any cost. That's so like you, Hyde. How are you, Palvion? The tyrant of the North burned down my home. Soon she'll set aflame the entire world. If I could be of help in stopping her, I'll gladly offer my life for it. She will go down. That's why we're here. Operation Quaffle Game, Final Phase, CSE Level 5. Observation, Divinity, Quaffle Type, Asmodeus. 1 hour and 10 since the start of the battle. 87% of all available units are lost. Time until the forefront collapses is estimated to be under 15 minutes. But the Demon Lord's throne is not far away. If only we could keep those two apostates occupied. The wolf would have been able to safely reach the Demon Lord. There are currently 2 divisions under proper command and control. The 2 divisions can obstruct the apostates' movements until the path is clear. What is the likelihood of the 2 divisions returning safely if they are to be deployed? There is insufficient data on the target. Unless an outlier occurs, they are expected to be annihilated. They keep trying to block me. With all these COs coming at me like this, I can't easily move forward. The supporting artillery seems to have stopped. Have they all been wiped out? I'm certain that we're almost there. I'll keep Asmodeus' apostates distracted. In the meantime, you two should go ahead. That's reckless. If you do that, you'll die before we even reach the Demon Lord. Too many have already been sacrificed to get here. We can't turn back now. Calm down, Pavion. Acting recklessly will only result in losing whatever chances we have left. Besides, you're responsible for another life now, remember? Wait, what? Master, look out! There's even an Aedra now? What a bother. Huh? There's a huge hole in the CO's body. Dimensional jump from an assault ship? Someone charged into a CO like that? There's only one who's stupid enough to do something like this. This is Commander Aura of the La Macha Stormtrooper Division. We've come to help after receiving orders from command. I would have been injured if your aim had been slightly off, Aura. It's fine. I have devised this plan, but my skilled pilot Eula was in charge of inputting the coordinates for the dimensional jump. This is Eula of the Siren Tracking Division. We've also come with orders to help the Wolf. Thank goodness. They're all safe. The other divisions are nearly wiped out. It'll be difficult to expect them to join us. That can't be. In just that brief moment, all those people died in vain? I understand your anger, but you must be calm, Pavion. Because we, the survivors, dictate the outcome of this fight and the fate of the world. Yes, I'm aware. Hold on. The commander told you to help us. Correct! They told us you would need units to hold off the apostates. We will isolate the two apostates in the small space by borrowing Pavion's dimensional splitting ability. And our two divisions will take on one of them. Each will take on one of them. That does sound like a surefire way to keep the apostates busy. But that will also block your escape routes. Do you understand what that means? Don't worry, retreat is not an option for us. If this was a safe and normal operation, the command's paradox wouldn't have called it Plan B. If this is the best way to save the world, we'll follow through with the orders given to us. Understood. Then we'll leave those two to you. The apostate signature waveforms have sequentially disappeared. We have confirmed that the apostate's isolation was a success. Excuse me. The estimated isolation time is 20 minutes. With this, only the last step remains. The wolf is approaching the throne. I almost thought no one was coming. To be skilled enough to reach here can only mean you'll be able to entertain me, right? You don't want me to just chat, do you? You didn't wait for me to just chat, did you? So shut up and come at me. I commend your spirit, Wolf. No warrior knows her true name, what? Ugh! How disappointing, Wolf. Did you use up all your energy while getting here? Don't let your guard down. Yes, yet! Did I get her? Of course not. What? Ugh! A sword that gives you access to divine power, even when you're not the antagonist. Your fangs are not bad, it seems. Yet, even the sharpest fangs cannot pierce what they cannot reach. Why won't my body move? This is your end. As expected. So it was you, Hyde. The power that blocked me in the northern front was you. Were you looking for me? Yes. I thought you'd show up, since starting the Quaffle game would enable you to kill me. Tamel said that I met someone like you. That I'd meet someone like you if I were to tample worth enough worlds. You've met Tamil before? One of us will perish today. So there's seems no need to talk any further. Now let's begin. A battle just for the two of us. This won't be as enjoyable as you anticipated. For it'll all be over soon. Valkyrie Melee. Response Focus Blade. The fuck does that mean? Yes, this feeling! This is what I've been waiting for! If you had just fought me in the beginning instead of fleeing, I wouldn't have had to gone through the trouble of destroying worlds. I mustn't let this battle drag on. I have to finish her with this next strike. Huh? New Divinity Energy type detected. CSE rapidly increasing. The dimensional surface will soon collapse. Please evacuate. So it has come to this. I thought I made all the necessary preparations, but it was not enough in the end. The dimensional surface will soon collapse. Swiftly emerge back to the counter side. Normal side. Evacuate. She's coming. She is coming. Huh? Why? Is everything still? It's because you have used our power to awaken me. You knew not to use that power in the Quaffle game. Tamil? However, you have no choice but to use it to protect the wolf. This is what we call fate. No matter how many times it's repeated, the outcome will be the same. It seems you raised the wolf well this time as well. Being strong enough to fight on par with Asmodeus. Your growth is not that bad. No. Stop! I'm merely taking everything away, as the rules of the game dictate. Then, I'll see you again when the next wolf is ready. My Hyde. Stop it! Tamil! Ah, okay, so that was a dream of a flashback. Interesting. A story in which a heroine with a painful past awakens from a nightmare. Typical cliche. I'm not sure if a brute female like you would be suitable for the role of heroine, though. Did I fall asleep? I'm sure you're exhausted. You walked for a week straight to avoid getting caught by those Northern Union jerks. But still, be careful when you have nightmares like that. I won't be able to help you if she really appears in front of you shouting her name like that. Oh, wait, what the fuck? Ah, shit, I pressed a button wrong. Oh, no, we gotta go back. Damn it. I pressed one of the buttons on the side of my mouse. I fucked it up. I didn't know that button would skip the curse of the cutscene, though. God damn it. Alright, hold on, we gotta go fast. Sanic. Why can't you show me her face, though, you coward? You already showed the face, the fucking image of the one thing. But it is interesting. Hyde has access to Tamil's power. And using Tamil's power is against the rules, which is interesting. Alright, more or less back to where we were. I won't be able to help you if she really appears in front of you for shouting her name. I feel like I saw my past, but I can't remember what it was about. It's the effect of the corruption area. You see, it's not far from where your memories are stored. We'll arrive in half a day. The Northern Union has tightened security against access from the outside, but I'll get you in. Trust me. Those bastards refuse the management of the administration. What are they doing guarding a crevice? They're saying it's for the safety of their people, but pretty sure it's for research purposes. These people even use shadows as test subjects, so Ground Zero's crevice is like a paradise full of forbidden fruit to them. Hey, what are you even eating? Oh, it's the Ethereum you gave me. I got them because you said you needed them. But you're eating them now? You think I'm eating it because I want to? I need to consume it to replenish my strength to get to where your memories are stored. If I do go back to the past, like you said, will I be getting all my powers back? It won't be just your powers. All the bad memories will come flooding in too. That doesn't concern me. I require my powers to fulfill my duty. You haven't changed, have you? That's why you're so easy to read. Let's see. Esselade is, the wick in the bomb known as the world. To keep her curiosity from becoming a spark, special measures were taken to teach her responsibility by putting her in a high-level position. So we're gonna get more about this one, where we just barely got touched on. Wait, what the fuck? Okay. Huh, okay. Got more Ethereum. A week later, Lotus. Amalia Valley. Administration Annex Building. Reception Room Hallway. She's not answering as expected. I apologize for... No, hold on. What voice should I use for you? I apologize for keeping you waiting so long. I notified our senior of the Superior Administrator's visit, but she refused to meet with you. If I may add, she wanted me to emphasize it by saying she wouldn't meet you even if the world was ending. It would be very hurtful if she wasn't joking. I apologize on her behalf. Miss Isolade is someone who often forgets her responsibilities for insignificant reasons. Her mentality is no different from a child who cries after someone takes her candy away. Are you sure you're allowed to talk to her like that? I bet she's listening into this conversation from her room right now. Disciplinary actions or dismissals are not even on the list of concerns. I'm just concerned about the unfortunate future that Lotus is facing due to a senior who can't keep her personal and professional lives separate. What was that sound just now? Miss Usselid has a habit of punching a wall with her fist when she's frustrated. I just hope she hasn't broken her fist like last time. That's good news. Her eavesdropping means she's interested in my visit now. If you want, I could drag her out here. No, there's no need for that. Oscillate is a genius who reverse engineered the dive navigation device and built a replica of it without a blueprint. I appointed her a senior because I highly valued her talent. And I'm here today because I need your talents. If you grant me this favor, I promise to provide you with the blueprints for the Ethereum drive that I've been keeping a secret. And there's the scrambling. You mean it? She not wearing pants? Oh, never mind, she's wearing pants. Or maybe she's not. Actually, hold on a sec. Yeah, no, she's not wearing pants. This is one of those barely wears clothes shit. You're not lying to me, right? If only you help me solve a few things. Few things? So this is the Lotus Mass Senior, huh? I was taken aback when I first saw you, you know. I was sure that the Supreme Administrator who cooped up a genius like me in Lotus was a small-brained and hairy ape. But you look pretty normal in person. You look neat in the picture, but you're not taking care of yourself now? I heard you rarely leave the office. I was worried, but I'm glad you look healthier than I thought. We'll go with that one. You were worried about me? You think I'll believe a word that comes out of your mouth after you put me in charge of this haunted city and never even bother to visit once? So, what kind of work are we talking about? A few days ago, a demon lord attempted to invade the normal side. I'm sure you heard about it, even if you haven't seen it for yourself. Everyone knows about that. An eyeball appeared in the sky through the dimensional surface like some kind of urban legend. We haven't even finished counting how many casualties there were, let alone control the situation. But it was just the beginning. The Demon Lord invades the normal side with her full power. Then not looking up at the sky won't be enough. What? That was just the beginning? But I thought your people handled it somehow. That was just a temporary measure. And there's no knowing how much time we have left. Then, are you gonna fight head-on against a monster you call a Demon Lord? I guess so. But if the Demon Lord emerges as the normal side, the world will collapse even before we have a proper fight. So, we must act preemptively before she does. So, what you're proposing is for me to find the Demon Lord within the Coawful dimension, which is basically the imaginary space, and stop her? Do you know how ridiculous your request is? If it's impossible, then there's nothing we can do. Forget about the blueprint, and I'm sorry for wasting your time. Hold on now! I said what you're asking for is ridiculous. I didn't say there weren't any alternatives. I'm listening. So, if we can't stop the runaway train called a Demon Lord, we can install a switch on the path and change the track. We change your destination from the normal side to another counter side. That's a good alternative. If you take on this job, Ground 1 will assist you with the administrative duties here. Will you do it? If the Demon Lord uses the Coawful dimension similar to how shadows emerge in the normal side, it's theoretically possible to change her route by modifying a dimensional ship. Can I assume that you have accepted the offer? It's all hypothetical, but it's worth a shot. And if we fail, well, then we'll all die anyway. Then I'll leave this task to you, Isolate. She's fucking cute, though. I like her. She's cute. What? You're just gonna leave? I thought you were staying in Lotus for a while. Even if you didn't help me, I thought you monitored me if I'm doing my job. I was planning to help you with your research, but a more urgent matter came up. I think I'll have to go on an unscheduled business trip with one new employee from our company. Company employee. The task force you operate. Is everyone there trustworthy? Of course. I only hire people I trust. Oh? Is that so? Well, do you mind if I request something of your company? So... I want you to help me find someone. Using your people, that is. I thought our deal was done when I provided the Ethereum Drive blueprint to you. In order to stop a monster that could traverse in and out of Coawful dimension, we need to know the principles of the dimensional jump. You were already planning to provide me with the blueprints the moment you came here to give me this job, didn't you? You have a point. But why do you wish to leave it to my employees? I'm sure that you'll have people under you who you can order at your will. It'll get complicated if anyone from the administration gets involved. Can't have rumors spreading, and failure isn't an option. So mercenaries are out of the picture as well. But if you're people who went to the forefront of the Coawful game and came back, I thought they'd be both trustworthy and skilled. Has this person you're looking for been kidnapped? Well, I don't think we can conclude that he's been kidnapped, but I'm sure something bad happened to him. And who is this person? It's someone that you know as well as I do. Senior Jackson. Jackson's gone missing? It's been a week since I lost contact. Chambers officials learning about his disappearance on the day, but they haven't been able to figure out his whereabouts. He's been known to go off the grid a few times, but being radio silent for a week is unprecedented. There are no clues as to where his whereabouts? Oh, there's one. Last night, Mr. Jackson's transmitter turned on and it left a record of his location. These coordinates. It's within the Northern Union's territory. It was only on for a split second. We couldn't make contact, so we can't be sure if it's even him. Why would an administration senior take the risk of going alone into the middle of any territory? It'd be quicker to ask him directly. Don't worry so much. While you make the track switcher, I'll look for Jackson. Really? Thanks. I know I was being stubborn, but I didn't think you'd actually say yes. Don't be mistaken. It's not because you asked. It's only natural for the boss to take action when one of his subordinates has a problem. Did you just call yourself boss? My apologies. It seems I've grown a bit too fond of this title. Honestly, I was too scared to meet anyone. Just like what happened to Richard and Charlotte. If Swan got to Jackson as well, that would mean that I could also become a target. I completely understand. So, that's why you refused to step out for over a week. I don't usually go out in the first place. Perhaps you're busy with work. Too busy with work. So, who are you sending to find Jackson? I just said I'm going to take action. It just so happens that I have business nearby. What? What? Do you think you're some great-ass counter? What makes you think you go to a dangerous place like that yourself? It's not the first time I've done it. Before the foundation of the administration was established, I would cross corrupted areas alone to find a single item. How are you even alive? The body remembers and reacts. What I obtained after repeating countless failures is a sort of superpower. No, people die! Doing something that reckless and failing doesn't grant people superpowers. People normally just die! Or what? Do you have more lives than one? Sort of, but not anymore. What's that supposed to mean? So, what business do you even have over there? An employee of mine. Seems to have also disappeared around the same place. Hyde. Of course. 136, damn. Not even death could stop her shadow's steadfast loyalty. And Northern Union shit, yep. Alright, we're fighting mechs and humans. So, let's see. Oh, okay, we're only using Hyde. That's great. Just cause. 48 hours ago. Northern Union Territory. Central Serbia. Sealed crevice. Administration appointed codename. Ground Zero. Ground Zero refers to the crevice that looks like a meteor crater in the middle of Serbia. With the administration out of reach, the Northern Army is managing it as they please. And the big wall blocking our path is the device the Northern Union developed called the Veil. It blocks the entry of outsiders while also preventing the corruption wave that is flowing out of the crevice from leaking to the outside. How much longer are you going to keep up with these meaningless monologues? Don't tell me you could Didn't you tell me you can open that door in seconds? Just give me a second. That's odd. There wasn't this stupid mechanism locked the last time I was here. Did they switch vendors to a cheaper one? Give me just a second. I'll open it. No time. Step aside. Hey, I just said give me a second. Things always go south if we do it your... Wait. Don't you think that's a lot of soldiers just to guard a door? They're not panicking. They knew we were coming. It's fine. They won't shoot as long as we don't do anything rash. I mean, just look at us. If we pretend to be lost kids, then... Ah! Did they just shoot at us? You gotta be kidding me! Paradox. Are you sure my memories are here? You're sure my memories are here, right? Well, I stopped them. Go ahead and connect that thing. That thing? You mean the straw rope? Nah, never. That requires super focus, you know. Do as I say if you don't want to die. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, well, this is going to be interesting where I only have hide. I mean, obviously it seems to be a scripted thing, but still, this is weird. Ow. You know what? You're getting resummoned, bitch. Prodigies are capable of changing the world. This is an important part of the administration's guidelines. Don't go. It's just too risky for you to set foot into the Northern Union to find one of your employees is safe. I'm not going alone, but I must be there. If it's something the Supreme Administrator has to risk his life for, I suggest you just let it go. It's just that we lost contact with him. You know how the Northern Union treats the administration, right? Are you worried about me? Of course I am! If the Supreme Administrator is taken hostage, the administration's reputation and credibility will crash, all because of you! I said that it was an employee of mine, but she's also a key factor I need for the next Quaffle game. So, if something has happened to her, I must do whatever I can to bring her back. I warned you. Just know that the moment I see news of your kidnapping, I'm going to quit my job as a senior and find a different job. I'll be careful not to let that happen. And then, I'll be back before you know it. Wait. Take one of my contacts with you, too. I have a right to know what you're up to as a senior. Contact. Are we gonna have the one woman? Aha! It is the one woman. I like her. She's hot. Pleasure to meet you, sir. I am Fatima. Fatima? Fatima? Fatima, is that how you say it? I'm Fatima. Chief of Lotus's security. It's an honor to serve as your bodyguard. Please feel free to address me as Fatima. Didn't you say you didn't want to use any of the administration's personnel to avoid any conflict with the Northern Union? That's been thrown out the window when the Supreme Administrator said that he was going there himself. Just don't try to get their attention, okay? Is it okay for me to take your bodyguard with me? What if Swan comes after you? It's fine. Swan really does come after me, then I'll give her all the information she wants and beg for my life. Whatever the case is, it's far better than you getting caught, isn't it? I'm busy, so I have to get back to my lab. Fatima, if the Supreme Administration does anything stupid, report it through the hotline. Understood. It's intimidating when you glare at me like that. Please sign here. Very well. I've noticed that there aren't many causes written on this document. Why do you need my signature? For my personal collection. I see. Have you decided on your mode of transportation? It would be best to travel by dimensional ship, but let's take a light aircraft to avoid garnering any unwanted attention. Yeah, I was about to say. I remember reading in the bio she was a bit of a fangirl when it came to the administration's higher echelons. What? If something like that has happened, you should have taken me as well. What you're telling me is that our division commander might be in danger, boss. That is, only if you assume the worst. But don't worry, Mina. Commander Hyde won't fall into danger so easily. Huh? Commander in danger? That's hard to imagine. It's more likely we can't contact her due to a simple device issue, since we lost contact near a crevice with dense corruption rays. I'm just going there to check, so Mina, you should focus on your recovery till your next mission. I'll be back before your scheduled discharge, so let's have dinner together then. Huh? That sounds like some ominous foreshadowing. Didn't you know? It's a trend to put a twist on cliches these days. Then promise me this, that you'll call me if something really big happens. Is this also a foreshadowing that'll come? That you'll come to save me in a critical moment of crisis, Mina? I hope it doesn't come true. Be safe out there. Supreme Administrator, we are ready to depart. I'll be right there. Are you ready as well? Ah, Chris is here. Huh? I think I brought everything I need. Are we talking about mentally prepared? I've had plenty of experiences jumping into military territory, so I'm good. I'm glad you have a positive outlook on this. It seems you undervalued your skills on your resume. That's because I learned that lifespan shortens with an inflated ego, after going through several commanders replaced. But there's an administration-confirmed grade S counter with us on this operation, so even someone like me can say positive. That's also true. Oh yeah, Miss Bodyguard's a grade S counter, I forgot about that. This Isolate person, I was worried because you said she had a quirky personality, but I'm glad she was cooperative in the end. She looks young from afar, and I think it's amazing that she became a senior of administration at such young age. Isolate is not only curious, but also a strong desire for recognition. I thought she wouldn't be able to refuse if I offered her a senior position instead of a regular researcher. If she devoted herself entirely to her research at future wars she planned, she would have already developed an Ethereum drive that is competitive against the administration through reverse engineering. What? Wouldn't it have been better to let a genius like her do what she's good at then? There is a good reason why the administration has been hiding its technology from the world. Simply put, if technology goes past what an era can allow, a counterside in the form of data corruption will occur. So you mean the administration appointed Miss Isolate as a senior to stop the world from getting corrupted? And that's not to say she's not capable of being a senior, but yes, that's what it boils down to. However, with the end of the Quaffle game, there's no need to worry about data corruption. So now, I'm planning on giving her an opportunity to show off her talents to the fullest. That's fucking hilarious. The fucking lewd face. Look at those curves. I'm sure the inside is even more beautiful, right? Look at this fucking lady. I don't dare think about doing ship research because of all the work I'd piled up, but it's an Ethereum drive. It's been so long since I got to lay hands on something like this. Okay, I'll be gentle and tear you down and analyze you. Oh, right, and... Whoa, jeez! What? Since when was the comms on? What's wrong? Were you saying something I wasn't supposed to hear? Why didn't you just leave already? Why is it now? Other than this comms device, I have no useful gear. So I wanted to contact you and ask for remote support when I need it. Is that alright? You want my help? It's fine. It won't bother me. So you're saying you're not confident in handling on your own, huh? I guess the Supreme Administrator isn't such a big shot after all. He is just an ordinary person. Okay then. I guess it's time I flex my muscles. When the administration ignored the deaths of countless compatriots during the corruption disaster, there was one who brought them together. Everyone knows the name, but no one knows the face. Alright, we're fighting these people now. I'm gonna use mine because I have gear. The Baby Yaga. I have a helicopter. Helicopter. 230 meters in the air, east of no man's land, of the former Caspian Sea. At least that's I think how you pronounce it. I could be wrong. Approximately 20 minutes until reaching Northern Union territory. The corruption rate density is continuing to rise. Be ready for any COs that might appear. How is there no place where corruption rates are calm from the moment we left Lotus? A lot of people must have lived in that skyscraper over there in the past, right? They did 20 years ago. There was a 2,000 kilometer wide Terra Nullis between Lotus and the Northern Union. But now it's a semi-hazardous corruption area where no one lives. The place we're passing by used to be a fairly popular resort. If you were born in the past, you could be spending your summer vacation somewhere over there, Chris. Wouldn't it be difficult if I was born in the past and... Wouldn't it still be difficult if I was born in the past and still poor? Because for most of my life, I'm in a situation where if I don't work, I'm gonna have to starve the next day. Okay. Oh. I'm sorry to hear about your past. I'm sorry for ruining the mood. I guess I should just keep my mouth shut. And then, how about we change topics? Chris, how much do you know about the Northern Union? I know that they'll start a fight with neighboring countries, whenever they have a chance, and the entire nation is an anti-administration zone. I also heard that there's no civil wars despite not receiving support from the administration. And that's only possible because the chief of the General Staff's political influence is overwhelmingly powerful. Recently, heard she's under probation for executing an external corporate spy without giving the party's approval first. Oh, I saw that in the news too. Felix, was it? The media seems to frame that person as some murderer who loves to lynch. But the public seems to defend Felix by throwing a protest. That's because Felix, along with her father, is a national hero of the Old Republic, who united the fallen regimes of Serbia and the Far East after the Great Purification War. But she's often criticized by the Progressive Party, who oppose her taking power. Wait a minute. Felix is a girl's name? It's more like a symbolic name. She inherited her father's name, who led the rally at the time. Her real name is Yuleva Yula Rosanov. I don't fucking know. Not a lot of people know her, but before the administration failure, she used to be a medical technician for the old administration. After undergoing a memory wipe and leaving the administration, nothing about her has been left on record due to the administration's policy. By the time we confirmed that she was alive, she was already working as a key executive figure at the military headquarters. Since she worked at the administration, she wouldn't be that hostile towards us, right? You overlooked the fact we just said memory wipe? Maybe she could help us out? If Felix was just a member of the Northern Union, then we could hope for that. However, she's the leader of the Brothers Abandoned, an organization averse to the administration. She is? I didn't know that a nation's chief of general staff would lead such an organization. The Brotherhood? She's part of the Brotherhood? I want to avoid conflict as much as possible, but if we were to encounter Felix, it would be best to approach her through conversation rather than fighting. Does that mean that we'll at least have the chance to talk before the missiles are fired? Well, it would be better to think positively about that. Damn it! Northern Union fighter jet is on our tail! Speak of the devil. Guess we got spotted earlier than expected. We're within shooting range. Shall we fire first? Let's not act so hastily. We didn't come here to declare war. Detecting additional aircraft approaching our 3 and 9 o'clock. It's a group of COs. This is bad. I guess we'll have to perform a crash landing. Missiles incoming, deploying flares! Huh? Oh, they aimed at the COs, huh? The Union jet engaged in combat with the COs! Then we know which is our priority. Yes, we should help them. Chris, help with the jet. Help the jet. Now, do I get a jet ally or something? I do! And other shit. I got an AC-130 helicopter. And these drones. That's funny. Thunderbolt. Well, that was easy. Because these guys are all have a 136 as well. Thank you for escorting us to our landing. We are merely doing our job. We received an official letter saying the administration would arrive for technical cooperation. I'm surprised you already knew. We deliberately moved quietly to not cause any trouble, but it seems you have a competent intelligence agency. Orders from the Oracle are never wrong. Oracle. There still survivors of that project? We only follow orders from command. We cannot provide you with information. Our mission is to get you safely to your destination. They say that, but their guns are still aimed at us. Ahem. There's no need to cause trouble for them by refusing their generosity. Could you guide us to Ground Zero, then? What's going on? Did someone inform the Northern Union that the administration was coming? That's news to me. They're even escorting us with level 1 security to a level 1 security area that they do not want outsiders accessing. Their hospitality appears excessive. Perhaps they also want to avoid any unnecessary conflict. The best course of action right now is to accept their hospitality rather than assuming a hostility. If it's an order from the top, it's highly likely that Felix has something to do with it. What are they scheming? Our objective is to find the 2 people who went missing in the Northern Union. If they know about our intentions, they might be hoping to prove that they had nothing to do with their disappearance. So, not only did they predict our route, they also know why we're here. I didn't think even a psychic could figure that out. Perhaps not by reading minds, but it's possible if they predict the future. Doesn't that premise sound odd? There's no way prophecies are real. Are you being serious? The Oracle Project. It's one of our technologies the Northern Union was researching. According to the reports, the one successful case and its core researchers were confirmed to be dead. But it seems there are other test subjects we didn't know about. I'm pretty sure the Oracle Project was the Claw Bitch, if I recall correctly. An unfounded rumor has spread among the underground mercenaries that a few counters with exceptional resistance to corruption see the Dimensional Storm, which everyone fears, as an elevator to the dimensional surface. I was assembling an elite rescue team in anticipation of the worst case scenario. But seeing how you called me, I guess you arrived safely. That's a relief. I was worried you might not pick up for being too focused on working. I'm a genius who can multitask 7 things at once. I'll make progress with my work even while talking to you like this, so don't worry. 7 things simultaneously? Senior Isolate is a counter with the ability to multithink. It's a useful ability, despite the fact she might lose control and become extremely timid or aggressive. Then, does she have multi-personalities inside of her? Cut the chit-chat and get to the point. Where are you right now? So counter ability that allows you to multi-think. That sounds like a Ceresian to me, only I don't know exactly how much she can multi-think. But that sounds really useful for anyone who's in a scientific field. Where are you right now? We arrived at our destination, Ground Zero. We're right in front of the miniature dimensional tunnel they call the Well. Wait, what? You didn't just cross the border, but you're already there? You're telling me that you bypassed the valve security surrounding the crevice without my help? The valve gate you mentioned was damaged as if it was hit by a meteorite. Separately from that, soldiers with orders from their superiors escorted us here. So we were able to pass the valve without any identification procedures simply because it was an order from the Chief of General Staff. What the? Could it be some kind of trap? Even if it is, it doesn't change the fact that we arrived safely at our destination. That means we can proceed with our plan without any issues. Alright, I'll adjust the remote module. Give me 2 minutes and 30 seconds. From the result of my analysis, I found traces of the drive attempts at this well place. The traces, as you say, match the unique CRF wavelengths of a prisoner named Paradox, registered with the administration. So if the drive was successful, it could explain why we couldn't suddenly reach her. I was worried she suddenly disappeared without notice, but it seems my worries were for naught. That solves one thing. So, we have one more person to find, right? Yes. We'll search for Jackson's whereabouts now. There was something I've been meaning to ask. Why would one of your employees even go over there? If you were making an issue of one of my employees being overseas during the audit period, I'll explain later. I'm almost offended you thought that way. I'm not some stuck-off like Maloof, you know. What I'm asking is, why did she go all the way to Ground Zero to dive? It seems extremely reckless and insufficient to test the Northern Union security, just to use the crevice as a shortcut to the hyperdeaths. Dimensional shifts modify this axis of space to enter the counterside. And my employee has a special means of going to the counterside by moving the axis of time. However, she can't manipulate both the axis of time and space simultaneously, so she has to go to a specific location. Manipulate time? This is the first I'm hearing of someone with such an incredible ability in the Coffin Company. And I knew something was up when you obediently handed over that scrap metal the administration requested. So, if I'm assuming you still have treasures, that weren't confiscated. Don't be mistaken, I handed over everything I could from our company that day. The means of moving time is something from outside the company, not within. Outside? Wait. When you say means, are you referring to the Archeon prisoner? And that's why you asked if there are traces of hers at the well? Correct. Just so we're on the same page, your employee wasn't at fault for letting Paradox disappear from Archeon, right? I won't deny it. I was the one who leaked the information that Paradox was in Archeon. So, you knew that Paradox's unknown disaster-level ability was a time machine? Her ability isn't convenient enough to be nicknamed a time machine. The past that Paradox can traverse is extremely limited. Who cares about that? She's a counter who can interfere with time! How did the administration not know about that? I'll explain all the details after we find Jackson's whereabouts. So please, cooperate with me until the end. Oh yeah? Is this another super secret only the Supreme Administrator can know about? The Supreme Administrator can know about? Sure, sure. I guess a grunt administrator like me should know her place and do grunt work. Is that it? Then I'll call again once I have a clue as to where Senior Jackson's is. Hey, a senior is talking. How dare you cut me? Ahem. So our next agenda is finding this Jackson person? Yes. The last comms coordinates Jackson left aren't far from here. I already checked, but it was an empty field. What? Now we're supposed to find it when our only clue is a dead end. Oh, god damn it. I hate coughing. Anyway. If something that's supposed to be there is not, it could be another hidden possibility on the other side. A hidden possibility on the other side? Wait. Are we going to the counter side? Yes. There is no certainty that Jackson is there, but we must do everything that we can. I understand. But how? We don't even have a dimensional ship. The easy method is ask the Northern Union if we can borrow a ship that can dive. You're saying it like we're tourists trying to borrow a boat, but do you think they'll say yes? Even I think this is a little unrealistic. If we can't, we have to resort to more aggressive methods. Aggressive? Are we stealing it? Take a look at the corruption rate coefficient meter. The fluctuation range is becoming unstable. This is a precursor to a dimensional storm. A dimensional storm? Your business seems to be done here. We will repatriate you all safely back home. I'm sorry, but do you mind if we go somewhere else? Command has only permitted you to inspect the well. If you refuse to cooperate, we'll have no choice but to use force. That's odd. Why is the corruption rate level suddenly so high? Alerting all personnel. We have detected an abrupt expansion of dimensional storm coming from the center of Ground Zero. All units within the valve are to quickly evacuate. Confirmed. Did you hear that? We must get out of here before... They're gone? Haha, we give them the slip. Alert! The visitors have escaped our surveillance. Block all exits from the valve. I repeat! That siren. I don't think it's because a dimensional storm is coming. They must have noticed we've gone missing and will soon block off all exits leading out of the crevice. So we successfully ran away, but what do we do now? Firstly, could both of you grab my arms? Okay? Wow, it's so hard. Exactly. You have strong arms. But won't we get caught in a dimensional storm if we stay like this? Do you know what a dimensional storm is, Chris? No. Which makes it even scarier. It's literally a storm. And the only difference is that instead of getting flung into the sky, you sink into the deep depths of the counter side. Aha! So you sink into the counter side. What? The aggressive method you mentioned before, was it jumping into the dimensional storm? Fatima is a grade S counter whose CRF is resistant to not only corruption rays, but also dimensional storms. This is our chance to both hide from the Northern Union and head to our destination. Killing two birds with one stone, as they say. And this chance? Is it safe? Of course not. Of course not. It's dangerous. So if you don't want to become dimensional lost, you better hold on tight to Fatima's arm. The dimensional storm is coming. Hold on tight, everyone! I should have gone to a buffet instead of getting food at the convenience store if I was known this was gonna happen to me! Poor little sergeant. Let's see. Wolina Rosenova. Rosenova? Something like that. The administration recognized her outstanding insight and appointed her as the commander of the Shiri Division during blank cycles of the COW. Wait a minute! Oh shit, I didn't connect the dots there. Fuck, you were a former commander! During the fact that her medical skills qualified her to be a technical advisor, she also repeatedly insisted that becoming a dimensional commander was her destiny. Well, shit! So you're a former fucking division commander. Holy fuck. This is the Siren Tracking Division. Sending an emergency message to HQ through a one-way transmitter. The apostate's power is overwhelmingly more powerful than we expected. Our division has suffered a critical blow that was close to annihilation. The surviving members have been ordered to scatter to buy more time. There is no hope. The isolated apostate will release sooner than expected. If the Fenrir doesn't defeat the Demon Lord soon. The werewolf, huh? Did you really think you can hide from me? I can smell you right away that when you're bleeding so much, prey. Did you come after me first? No. I already took care of the others a long time ago. You're the last one. No. If we were all wiped out this fast, the main forces will... Oh, don't you worry about that. I came here to play with you from the start. What? Our Demon Lord hates being bothered when she enjoys a real fight. And her excitement will be ruined if grunts like you butt in. Even without her apostates, the Demon Lord is certain of her victory? Of course! My mistress is different from those weaklings that rely on their apostates. Now, with what ability will you entertain me? Let's see it. You don't have an ability? It was a letdown. Even your subordinates were too weak. What makes you think you could stand against me? Or is it the administration wasn't hiding the strong ones to face us, but was trying to buy time by using trumps like you? The administration will not lose. We've all made an oath that we'll defeat the Demon Lord and save the world. Ha! Yeah! It's not a bad thing to trust your people. But I think your leader thinks of you as nothing but bait. This is HQ. This radio is the one-way transmission to all administration personnel within the Quaffle dimension. The wolf is confirmed dead. We have failed to achieve our goal. All remaining survivors must quickly withdraw from the Quaffle dimension. I repeat, all administration personnel who are able to should seek immediate evacuation from the Quaffle dimension. The wolf is dead? So it seems. I don't know what it is for losers to flee the battle, but... Alright, you're trapped in here, so you can't even do that. Isn't that right? As the Siri division, we do not retreat, and track the enemy to the end. Ha! The cornered prey still intending to fight. I admire your courage. Alright, let's see what you got. Detecting an abnormal intrusion. Casualty contradiction occurring. What is this space? What's going on? We finally meet. I've been waiting for you to die. Pumpkin Man! Are you alright, General? I woke you up because you seemed to have trouble breathing. You had a nightmare, didn't you? My father often had them, too. I'm fine. You had good observation skills, I see. Nicolad, how long have I been asleep here? It's been an hour and 20 minutes. During your last inspection, I offered you some tea. You fell asleep after being lost in thought. There's been a lot of uproar recently. I'm sure you've been exhausted from all the government affairs. Yes, I guess so. I had a good rest, that's thanks to you, Nikolai. I'm planning on installing 20 purification wedges, 5 kilometers out from along the eastern border within a week. I want you to gather some workers I can send over there. We'll make that land usable and resume our border restoration project. Having more usable land is always good news. I thank you for your hard work. I brought some tea my wife brewed. Would you like to drink it before leaving? Don't mind if I do. Reporting in, General. The Supreme Administrator's group that was under watch seemed to have disappeared from within Ground Zero. Shall I mobilize the valve units and chase after them? No. Tell them to stay put. I'll go myself. I'm sorry, but I have to postpone tea time for later. Please, be careful. Goodbye, General. Stay healthy and be safe. It was good to find Jackson's point of communication, but it's a shame that there's no trace of him. I didn't know there was such a massive building in the counterside. It used to be a large hospital that accumulated corruption syndrome patients. After the administration failure, it was officially closed. But that was also when it disappeared after being swept away by a dimensional storm. But for a building that's been closed off, the basement still looks like being in good shape. That's also correct. After it was abandoned, the Vistas Research Department utilized this place for experiments. The Vistas Research Department really existed? I thought that was just some conspiracy theory or something. Turning truth into rumor is not that difficult for a closed-off group. Felix received support from the Northern Union officials by claiming her goal was to uncover the truth concealed by the administration. When she continued investigation and research related to the corruption syndrome. She would use COs and shadows as test subjects, or display a large-scale exploration team disguised as mercenaries to analyze abnormal counter-side effects like the pale moon. Sounds like a rebellious teenager, only choosing to do things she was told not to do. Could the senior coming here have any correlation with the Varus Research Department? The Northern Union has violated many of what the administration deems taboo. However, they rarely attack the administration directly. If they kidnapped an executive of the administration, then we'll see they're held accountable for their own actions. But it's also true that we have no reason to turn our suspicion into certainty. Yes. Our time will be better spent looking for clues than suspecting them. Let's scatter and look around. Be sure to keep your comms on. Okay. I did it. The elevator doesn't seem to be working, so I'll go check the top of the control tower. Man. This seems to be the hospital's records room. Since the provision of electricity wasn't readily available in the corruption area, all records were written by hand. Pick out the record file on the top of the desk. Patient name, Robert Dickens. Disease, stage 3 corruption syndrome. Symptoms, numerous tremors on the left thigh due to corruption syndrome. Continuous second-degree burns of unknown cause on his right arm. Went through 3 resection surgeries, died after 3 months. It seems the patient and the doctor both had a lot of persistence. A death certificate with the name erased and bloodstains catches my eye. Patient name, blank. Cause of death, killed right before blank due to corruption syndrome. Note, patient was in her blank month of pregnancy. I did everything I could as a doctor. Although I attempted to at least save the baby, I failed. The mother and baby's death were inevitable. Army Surgeon in Charge. First Lieutenant Yuliva Rosanov. Yulina. Boss! The CO just appeared here. How's it look on your side? I'm fine. It's so silent I could hear a pin drop. Did you find anything useful from the comms room? I checked, but all the records were deleted. Even the control room with the security cameras only had traces of it being burnt down. I guess it'll be difficult for us to find clues if every trace was erased. What about you, Fatima? I found project records from the computer room in the basement. They're all documents about experiments in controlling shadow cores and resistance to the corruption rays. Huh? That's weird. The facility was abandoned, but those documents are still there? Good point. Did you find anything suspicious about the documents? No, nothing in particular. The last video was about backup, and not the original. The last modified date was yesterday. What? And someone was here in the abandoned building? And just yesterday at that? With the security cameras down, it'd be hard to confirm. We need to assume the possibility that there's another intruder within the facility. And that, it might not be human. Yeah, just thinking about it sent a chill down my spine. We better be cautious. Someone might be secretly watching us. And it might not be human. Watch your backs. It might even be watching us from the ceiling. You two aren't trying to scare me, are you? Of course not. I'm going to check the video. Will you two please come over here? On my way. I'll be right there too! A mother with the corruption syndrome. The plot thickens! Okay, looks like this is the end of Acts 1 here. Some undertakings involve pain. No shit. Even causing suffering to those who don't want any. Using mine, what am I fighting? COs. Excuse me, goddamn. Case 37. Subject code B21. The subject's corruption resistance is slightly above the average and is classified as a non-counter. However, she was the only subject who did not show any side effects to the Extract Midnight Type D, while showing high responses to the 6 regions tested previously. In this test, I'll be administrating the blood sample directly to her instead of a regent. If she lives, it'll be a great turning point for the project. Come and sit down, B21. Now, step back. How do you feel? A little hot, but nothing I can't handle. I'll be able to take all future injections. So, please don't touch my brother. Ugh. She's recovering. Impressive. B21, get up and move around. It hurts. On your feet. Now. Huffing went right through her lungs, but she's already covered enough to breathe. This is far beyond our expectations. We should now test the regeneration of vital organs, including the brain, as well as the effective duration of the blood sample. I need something to drink. B21, stand back! What do you think you're doing? I'm thirsty. I can't stand it! Damn it. Situation room, release the gas! Bring the guards, apprehend her! Ah! It says it's experimentation footage, but it looks like a snuff film to me. Look at the background. It doesn't even look like it was filmed in the basement. Some of the scientists at the Northern Union have continued to conduct experiments to analyze strange mutants that have been exposed to abnormal phenomenon. Although there are no official statistics, intel from within suggests there may still be more of these test facilities remaining. The girl in the gown looks familiar. Do you think so too, Administrator? Reminds me of someone with a similar voice and facial structures as well. It's probably coincidence, for she had no ties with the Northern Union. Check the later part of the video. The subtitles at the end seem to have been edited. It says, "Do not bring angered shadows into the witch's yard." Looks like they put the wrong subtitles. Or could this be a cryptid message the senior left for us? Without knowing what the intention was, we can't rule out the possibility. Check the title of the video. I don't think the numbering in the titles of the video indicates the order to watch them. But if we sort the titles by their last edit date, these are coordinates to a dimensional route. Yes. It's strange, but it's hard to ignore it considering it's our only hint. It does look like hyperdeath coordinates, but it's hard to confirm without a dimensional ship. Collect and secure all the test videos you found as evidence. Understood. I'll leave the analysis of the coordinates to the administration. And then, let's split up again and look for traces of Jackson. Hold on. Something doesn't feel right. Doesn't feel right. Are you sensing a ghost's gaze? Nothing like that. Because ghosts don't make the ground shake by running. Multiple large COs detected. We'll deal with them, so please step back, Administrator. Am I gonna get the hot one in here? Come on, man. I have her as a thing. Why can't you use her, damn it? Now you come in. Huh. She defeated all those COs with just her bare hands. That was amazing, Miss Fatima. It was all thanks to your aerial support, Miss Birch. But no matter how many COs we defeat, the corruption ray response hasn't weakened at all. It seems that there is something else causing the corruption ray. And there are two high-grade corruption rays coming simultaneously from our 3 and 9 o'clock. Two of them? Wouldn't that be too much for you to handle on your own, Miss Fatima? If both are shadows, it'll definitely be a challenge. Scharenberg, take care of it. Category 3 CO, presumed to be a shadow. Arrived at 9 o'clock. It's breaking through the dimensional rift and heading our way. I don't see the other one. We can defeat this one first, then. Huh? What am I seeing? COs are fighting each other. I've never seen this before as well. And the battle. The human type CO that appeared later is cornering the other like it's nothing. It looked to be at least a category 3, but it was finished off so easily. It's looking this way. An ordinary shadow would have already rushed towards us after seeing the counter. But this one is strangely calm. Something else is approaching as well. This sound. Is that a helicopter? Sharonborg is taking care of the high-tier CO. Confirm the survival of the visitors. Swiftly secure the perimeter. Over. It's the Baba Yaga squad. Are they from the Northern Union? That mark. It's the Red Riches. They are Felix's personal guards. Felix? Why would she be here? I think the soldiers are surrounding us. Should we make a run for it? They're already blocked off the sky. With Baba Yaga here, it means that the passage to the normal side has been blocked. This isn't good. They haven't fired any missiles at us. It could mean that there's still room to talk. I'm sorry for being late. I had some other matters to take care of first. You seem lost. Would you like some help? The Northern Union's chief of the General Staff, Felix. We didn't even send a distress signal, and yet you found us. The high-grade counter is bound to attract shadows, and tracking shadows is my specialty. Anyway, welcome to the Northern Union, Mr. Supreme Administrator. Well, shit. That's one way. No, we still got one act. I guess that was just the last battle one. A person's will can change their destiny, even if the destiny cannot change fate. I assume you were here for pleasure when I heard you were coming on a light aircraft. But you passed all the main tourist sites and came to these ruins. What an odd taste you have. So, what do you think of these ruins? A year before the administration failure, the administration's chief researcher suddenly resigned and left. As per principle, she underwent a partial memory wipe and returned to society, and we no longer tracked or recorded her movements. From what I found out later, she was working as an army surgeon helping patients with corruption syndrome. At this very hospital, that is. Helping patients. Can it be called helping? As a doctor, that person couldn't help save anyone. It wasn't a doctor's fault that they couldn't be cured. Because the corruption syndrome is not a sickness. You're right. She knew it wouldn't work, but she tried anyway. But in the end, she was just keeping the suffering patients here against their will. Eventually, that one couldn't save anyone. The one that couldn't save anyone abandoned her position as a doctor and focused on researching the corruption by using any means necessary. And that's when she realized the corruption is not bound to a person's body, but is the Death Reaper that binds itself to their fate. Having corruption syndrome is merely a signal that that person's fate has reached its end. Is that why you changed course? Calling it the Verus Research Department and directly interfering with other people's fates? Aren't you the same? You've used the souls trapped in the endless loop, all for a fragment of a miracle. Just because you chose a slightly more humane method. Does that make up for all the neglect and outbetting up until now? I have no intention of being forgiven for what I've done. And I don't think those crude experiments are justice. But as long as I get results, I do what I think is right. Aren't you the same? You sound like this world isn't the first one you've gone through. Sorry, but let's save that conversation for another later day. The reason I'm here is to bring back the visitors who went missing in the crevice. I'm also going to investigate whether your escape from my guards was accidental or intentional. We were caught in a dimensional storm and became stranded here. Is that so? Very well, I'll believe you. And I know it's a little late, but congratulations. You finally defeated that demon lord in the Quaffle game and claimed your victory. First victory is merely the beginning. I know that. I know about Thurigron. You might have brought some time, but the second game will begin soon. Do you really think you can stop that doll with your current plan? It's hard to be certain, but I plan on finding an answer somehow. I knew you'd say that. You aren't even bound by fate, but you're always the same. Give them our gift. Yes, ma'am. What's this? It's an access core. It's an access core for Baby Yaga BD-1 aircraft. It's a new type that allows you to safely traverse the hyperdepths of the counterside. It's a special occasion for you to visit our nation, so allow me to help a bit with your travels, no? Didn't you say you were here to capture us, the people who went missing in the valve? That was just an excuse to come meet you. As you know, I'm on probation, so I can't mobilize our forces without permission. Moreover, the brothers who followed me are a group united by the hatred towards the administration. If they heard word that their leader is helping the Supreme Administrator, there'd be a huge backlash internationally. And yet, you're still here willing to help me despite the risks of our internal division. I've heard Felix was a meticulously calculative person. That's right. Your future actions will be of help for me too. But even if you dislike it, I'm sure you won't be able to refuse my gift. You retrieved the prototype, General. And 10 minutes ago, Dr. Barron requested a meeting with you. It's time I go back. I suggest you quickly move on to your next destination. There's going to be an indiscriminate orbital bombarding here in 5 minutes. A bombarding? Because of the storm, the dimensional surface is weakened. And it'll be troublesome if the COs remaining here crawl their way to the normal side. See you next time. I'll be expecting good news from you. Well, shit. She's definitely different than what I expected. Very hot, though. She just left. I was hoping we wouldn't run into her until just now. But now we're indebted to her. Are you sure it's okay to get on that weird helicopter? It's understandable if the gift is their way of implying that they don't want any unnecessary conflict with the administration. Of course, we must keep in mind that their hospitality might be a trap. Whatever the case, it's better than becoming a hostage. They said this place will be bombarded in 5 minutes. It's best we get out of here quickly. Come to think of it, who's going to operate that huge helicopter? For one, I can't. I don't know either. I've never seen an aircraft like this one before. Huh? Then how are we supposed to get out of here? What? I'm busy. What is it, Mr. Administrator? What? In 4 minutes? What's gonna strike? Northern Union, Ground Zero, Depth 1 Corruption Area. Indiscriminate orbital bombarding in 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Here, I found the manual on the seat. I handed over all the remote control permissions. How long will it take you to familiarize yourself with the manual? Hey, I'm reading it right now. Just hold on a second. I'm busting my butt off here, and you call out of the blue for what? You want me to fly a helicopter I've never seen before in 3 minutes, and a bomb will drop if I'm late? Our lives are on the line, so please understand. I'll skip all the maintenance because we're short on time. Fatima, enter the coordinates you found inside the hospital into the blinking panel. Understood. COs are gathering. I'll stop them. Starting drives 1 and 2. 5 minutes to complete the energy charging. Damn it, that's too long. It's impossible to enter the hypertypes right away. There needs to be another way. There's a dimensional rift nearby. It's unstable because of shadow movement, but an aircraft specialized in corruption protection might be able to endure it. Shadow's dimensional rift? That's a little... Sorry to interrupt, but only a minute remains before the bombardment starts. Ah, to hell with it. I'm just doing what I'm told, so don't blame me if you end up lost in another dimension or turn into a shadow with 99 windpipes. Does the number of windpipes increase when one turns into a shadow? I think she's referring to a CO that goes by the name BH99. After seeing a picture of it in the case file, she couldn't eat for 4 days. Enough talking! Hey kid, if it's clear, get in! Okay. I see the dimensional rift 1 kilometer ahead. Stabilizing the internal air pressure. Securing temporary coordinates inside the dimensional strata. Activating defenses. There's a missile in the air. We're entering dimensional rift at full speed. I don't know what's going to happen, so hold on to something. Oh, this is fun. No signal. Haha, comms is at the cutoff as soon as they enter the dimensional strata. Thank God I sent autopilot in case of emergency. To see what I'll do to you if you die after I helped you out this much. She's been hitting the wall for a while. She's not going to have another fracture, is she? Hush, don't pry into her business and just stand guard. just shut up and keep doing your job. In corruption areas of the hyperdeaths, spawns exist where the corruption rays are strong enough to even absorb life. Ordinary people as well as counters cannot approach them easily. Interesting. But okay. Like I said, I wanted to get one act done. We did. It's nice. I'm gonna waste the rest of my Ethereum on this shit. Oh yeah, we got the new hide, by the way. Let me show that off quick. Let me get rid of these first. We got the new hide here. I've yet to really read what the fuck she does, to be honest. Let's see. It's treated as an ultimate skill. That's hilarious. Okay, so she's a boost for everyone who's a Fenrir squad. And also, she's also somehow Freya at the same time as being Hild. Seems like she's more tanky than her defensive stat, but also being a support for Fenrir squad people, which is cool. Countdown. I was gonna say, I don't think I have. Oh, I got one. Okay, I got two. I was about to say, I don't think I got enough for her to do the thing, but anyway. For now, that'll be a thing. But that was neat. Got a little taste of how Felix is, and seems to be, I guess, a reincarnation, quote-unquote, of the division commander from the old administration, which is interesting in its own right as well. But alright. So that was fun. And... oh my god, I got it too. Alright. that's gonna be it for now. Maybe later, maybe we'll do stream watch more of Eminence and Shadow Season 2 that we've been doing. Sorry, people on the YouTube side, you ain't gonna be able to see that. Excuse me. Otherwise, next time I plan on streaming will be Tuesday. Continuing the Total War shit that I'm doing, mostly on Kick as well. Again, sorry people on the YouTube side, you're getting shortchanged a lot. I'm streaming more on other platforms. I'm branching out. But anyway. Alright, peoples. Thanks for coming by, saying hello. I do appreciate it. You guys have a good morning, evening, afternoon, whatever goddamn time zone you guys are in. And we'll see y'all again next time, whenever the hell I stream. So bye-bye. Have a wonderful time. We'll see you later.